Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to my news channel, TMossBoss and News. And in today's video, yeah, this is messed up, and I'm trying to figure out whether or not it was a female teacher, because if it was a female teacher, I'm like, fam, you better than anybody should know what this girl is going through. How are you going to deny her to go to to any, I guess, well, yeah, if it's an emergency, then just get up and go. Like, if you really gotta go to the bathroom, whether it's peeing, pooping, or if you're a girl, and then, yeah, it's that time of the month, then, you catch your period. Yeah, if it's an emergency, get up and go. Because, yeah, there's teachers out there where they think that they just have this all around authority over you, where it's like, oh, you obey my commands. And I could just think of some teachers that I remember dealing with growing up, where, yeah, it was like, fam, you are not the best teacher. I'm gonna be flat out honest with you. Like, I've said that numerous times, where there are some teachers where I wouldn't call them by their last name. Like, I graduated from high school 10 years ago. And yeah, they're from high school, middle school, elementary. There are a lot of teachers that I will call by their first name. I'm like, nah, you get no respect from me because I ain't getting none from you. All right. So, but yeah, it's like there's just teachers out there where they just have like this disrespectful attitude towards students. And it's like, fam, they're people too. It's like you think they're these like not fully developed young adults. Like, it's just the way that teachers will describe a kid. It's like, fam, you're describing them as if you know them. You're only spending a certain amount of time with them. You don't know how their life is at home. You don't know how their life is, I guess, in the other aspects of their school that they're going to. So it's just, there's a lot of teachers out there where it's like you really need to, I feel like they're the ones that need to be taught a lesson, like multiple lessons, because man, it really trips me out how just teachers act and carry on. And it's like, fam, what got you to this point? What got you to this point where this little girl, it's that time of the month for her? And I'm like, fam, I'm not even a woman, but I even know how serious periods can be. Like, I've had friends tell me during that time of the month, like how it is for them. And I'm like, man, that is unfortunate. So it's something where I'm like, I understand. So I know people will probably ask me, well, what would I do if I'm a teacher? Like, you're supposed to have this authority over the students. Yes, I am going to have authority over the students, but I am not going to deny them on going to the bathroom if they truly gotta go. Like, yeah, if it's one of those kids where it's like, okay, I know that they're just doing this to skip class, I think that's something that you would understand. But I'm like, regardless of, my thing is this. That girl tells me, I don't care if she's flunking the class. I don't care what she got going on. She tells me that it's her time of the month and she needs to go fix herself up in the bathroom. I'm like, do what you got to do, all right? Like, go, if you got to go to the nurse's office, go there. If you need like a change of clothes, call home. Whatever the situation is, do what you gotta do, all right? But the thing is this, and I know people will probably be looking at it as like, oh, there ain't nothing wrong with the teacher denying the girl to go to the bathroom. And it's like, I feel like, yeah, they'll probably be thinking like, oh, well, the girl, she probably be skipping class doing all that. It don't matter, all right? She wasn't trying to skip class. It was that time of the month. And she bled in the classroom. So to me, it's like, yeah, I just look at it as like, people, if this done became a whole article, something's wrong with this picture, all right? So yeah, it's just, there's some teachers out there where it's like, you need to, because I could just think of some teachers where I'm like, they would have most likely did the same exact thing this teacher did. But I tried reading the article. I don't know, I skimmed through it. I didn't really check and see, but I am going to keep my eyes out to see if it was a female teacher, because if it was, I'm like, fam, to me, I just think that that's messed up, where it's like, you're a female teacher, you know what this girl's going through, unless you, I don't know, you had some sort of operation where it just removed that stuff up out of you. I didn't know that was a thing. But anyways, but yeah, it's like, if you went through the same stuff she went through growing up, why would you deny her on going to the bathroom? Honestly though. Like, and it's like, okay, so what if she's one of those kids that don't apply herself in the classroom? I feel like that if you have a respect towards a student's going to have respect towards you. And I guess, like, just kind of giving out a little bit of some criticism to some teachers out there. It's like, relate to them students. Don't relate to them to where it's like, it's some like annoying relation, like relating where it's Like they like, let's say they're into some sort of like music, and then you come to the classroom like, like, oh yeah, I was, like that type of stuff. But it's like, just overall let the kids know that they're being listened to, that they're being heard. And it's like, if you don't do stuff like that, then yeah, that's why it's like, you have kids where they ain't gonna have a respect towards you, and it's just gonna be this conflict between you and that student. So I'm just saying, it's like, be more respectful to the kids, to any teachers out there, because there are some teachers that I went to school with where I was like, yeah, I definitely, you ain't gonna have no respect for me. I'll call you by your first name. I graduated from school, so I'm like, I ain't gotta worry about that. But I'm like, if there's a teacher that I recognize that I have beef with, and I'm like, and I remember their first name, it's either I ain't gonna say nothing to them, I'm gonna keep the conversation short, or I'm gonna call them by their first name. I'm like, but you ain't gonna have no respect toward from me, because I'm like, no, there's just teachers out there where it's like they just have this disrespectful attitude towards students, thinking like, oh, it's just me showing dominance, it's me doing this, it's me doing that. I'm like, no. I'm like, you think you got all this power and all this authority, and you have absolutely nothing. You showing up to your 9 to 5, teaching students some things, and going on home. You are not that special, all right? So anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys. But yeah, that's just my advice to any students out there. If it is an emergency where it's like, if your stomach is hurting and you gotta, go do a number 1, or not a number 1, but a number 2, or yeah, let's say, but it's like an emergency where you gotta go do a number 1, or if it's like, yeah, if you feeling sick, like you gotta throw up, or if you're in this girl situation, it's that time of the month. If you need to go to the bathroom, you ask the teacher, and they're all like, and they want to say some old dumb stuff, like, yes, you can go to the bathroom, but the proper way is saying, may I? I'm just stand up and leave. I'm like, you want to give me a whole education lesson? I'm like, realistically, if you trying to teach me on how to be an adult, I just remember when working, and I just talking to some students out there where when I was like just working, because it's like teachers, they be so like just, I guess, trying to teach you about like the just like that, like when you get older and things, you become an adult and you getting a job, they be making it seem like that the stuff that you be doing at school is the same stuff you're gonna be doing at a job. Bathroom wise, when we at my old job, when we had to use the restroom, and I was like, I guess if it was a female coworker, where it's like, yeah, if it was that time of the month, I'm pretty sure they go and get that. The thing is this though, they get that stuff handled, but it wasn't like they had to come up to me, the supervisor, or the manager, or somebody there with some power, and be all like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? You looked your coworker in the face and you said, hey, I'm going to the restroom. You good up here? All right, cool. And then you go on. But even if it was an emergency, I'm like, no, still, they just go. Because I'm like, I know with me, I was like, fam, I was like, you good, go. I was like, I got this up here. I was like, I don't care if the line's long. I'm like, I can work both registers. But I'm like, yeah, fam. I'm like, and they don't even say what class it was. And I'm like, my thing is this. What is this girl learning in middle school? She is still a kid, bro. Like, I'm not saying that there's no, like, reason to go to middle school, or there isn't no education that's being taught throughout middle school. But I'm just saying, whatever she's missing out on for this one day, I guarantee and I promise you, is something that's not going to affect her and her life as she gets older and becomes an adult and things. Whatever that class is, and I'm like, yeah, this school, I'm like, it's definitely gonna face some backlash. But I just find that silly. It's like, I'm telling you right now, if it's a female teacher, it's like, fam, I'm gonna find it really silly. Where it's like, so what did you do when you went through? Because I'm like, instead of just denying the girl going to the bathroom, tell her how when you were in middle school and there was that time of the month, and how did you fix it? How did you handle it and stuff? What, you just slapped down an Uno reverse card and just said, not right now? No, it's like, I'm pretty sure you had to excuse yourself too. And if it's a guy teacher, I'm like, yeah, you need to get a little bit like, I guess, teached when it comes to not class periods, like periods and stuff. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and peace.